is of the India-Pakistan Asia Cup game as well. Nikhil Naz is in Dubai. I want to toss to him now. Over to you, Nikhil Naz, for the latest.
Well, thanks a lot for that. Yes, I am coming to you live from the India versus Pakistan game. The 20 overs have just gotten over, and till the last ball was bowled, India were at 177 for 7. Pardon me for not knowing what the exact score is, because I had to come out and speak to our audiences and come live. But it's been an outstanding performance from the Indian batsman. Standout performer there, of course, is Virat Kohli, who was dismissed in the very last over. Virat Kohli, the highest run getter for India in that particular innings, and India made a few changes in this game, 3 in all if you compare it to the Hong Kong game. So there was Rishabh Pant playing instead of Dinesh Karthik. Dinesh Karthik left out, and India got in a few bowlers as well. So the confirmation now, India has got 181 in the 20 overs that they had a chance to bat, and 182 is what Pakistan would be chasing. Virat Kohli, the highest scorer for India, with 60 runs. And remember now, he's been in good form, got 30 odd in the very first game versus Pakistan, and then a 50 in the next game, and then another half century in this particular encounter. What came as a bonus for the Indian team was Ravi Bishnoi, who got 2 fours in the last 2 balls of the final over. And remember, those 8 runs could prove to be very, very crucial, considering that India were hovering around the 170 odd run mark. Sunny Gavaskar joins us live. Sunny bhai, runs on the board, 181 is what India has got. Compare that to what Pakistan got in the previous game, 147 versus India. So India would be happy, you reckon, at the halfway mark?
Yes, more than happy. Because you're asking the opponents to score at 9 runs and over. Now, which means that they're going to get off to a blazing start, just like India got off to a blazing start to get anywhere close. They'll really have to bat well, the Pakistanis, to win this game, because 9 runs and over is never easy, and particularly against a good opponent like India. India's got a good bowling attack, varied bowling attack, so it's not going to be easy for Pakistan.
Saiba, at one point, the way the Indian batsmen started, and the openers also gave a nice start to the Indian team, it did seem like in the first 10 odd overs that India would go well past the 200 run mark, but then a few wickets that fell in the middle order. How do you see that phase of the game?
Well, that happens. Because, you could see clearly from the first ball that the intent was to try and hit every ball for runs, to make sure that there were as few dot balls as possible. That is the key. You have less dot balls, you are going to get 180 plus most times, or closer to 200 sometimes, even more than 200. And that is what India was looking to do. You could see the intent from ball 1. It was so refreshing, it was so good to see that everybody was looking, not to get set, but really trying to go and bang the ball straight away. That was fantastic.
Saibhai, does the fact that today India went in with a Huda instead of an Ashwin also allow India to play this way? Because you knew that till number 7 you had a established batsman coming, and that allowed India to play in the mold that they played, aggressive intent right from the word go.
If you have depth in the batting, which that they can come and hit the ball, then yes, certainly I think it lightens the load on the top order batsman as well. And that is exactly what seemed to be there, because Deepak Huda has also been batting exceptionally well in the few opportunities that he's had playing for India. So yes, I think you could clearly see that with Deepak Huda down the order, that they were looking to score off just about every ball.
Virat Kohli today, how would you assess his innings? Of course, the best that he's played in this Asia Cup so far. We knew that he had been on a month-long break, in fact more than a month. Slowly and gradually he seems to be getting into his groove.
Well, it was a terrific knock, absolutely terrific. There was one shot, the hook shot which he played off the short ball from Hasnain. I think it was bowled at around 150 kilometers per hour. But he got into position so quickly, used his wrist nicely to roll, to make sure that the ball was hit along, well, not quite along the ground, but that it didn't go up in the air. It was a fabulous shot, the shot of a man full of confidence, and that's what we want to see.
And it's pretty interesting his role, though today his strike rate striking it well over 150. But when you're going to be playing this aggressive brand of cricket, Sunny, you would also need someone like a Virat Kohli, who you knew more often than not is going to play that role, that he's going to hold one end up. And today, of course, got runs at quicker pace as well. But you know that he's there at one end, and that allows other batsmen to probably play freely.
Absolutely. I think you need somebody, who can hold the innings together. And that's a role that, will be assigned to Kohli. That at the middle, at number 3, is in the perfect position. If the team has got off to a very good start, like we did today, then he can start hitting the ball from the first ball. From the first ball, he was so fluent today. There were no inside edges. Yes, there was that slightly uppish cut of the leg spinner. But apart from that, there was no uncertainty in his batting at all. And that can happen when the team has got off to a great start. And then if there are wickets down as well, then he can hold the innings up together and, repair the innings and then accelerate towards the end. So that's a role that I can see being given to him in this Indian team.
Okay, lots more to come up with Sunny Gavaskar. We'll look back at India's inning. But before that, here are the highlights. This is how India reached 181 in their quota of 20 overs, led by that man Virat Kohli, who top scored with 60.
The moment Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul stepped onto the field, it was raining boundaries. Pakistan were left shell-shocked, and in no time the two openers had raised a 50-run stand. This was inside the power play. Rohit was going for everything that came his way, and one such shot cost him his wicket, but not before a brisk 16-ball 28 that had set the tone for India. One wicket gave way to another, and KL Rahul also had to depart in the next over, trying to go after Shadab Khan. But India had got the start that they needed, and Virat Kohli and Suryakumar Yadav ensured that they didn't lose the momentum. Suryakumar Yadav went for a sweep, one of his most productive shots, but this time it didn't bring him the desired result, and India were now 91 for 3 in the 10th over. But Virat carried on from where he left in the last game and found virtually everything from the middle of his bat. India lost 2 quick wickets, first Rishabh Pant and then Hardik Pandya, and that somehow disrupted the momentum. A 6-over deep mid-wicket brought up Virat's second consecutive half-century of the tournament, and the pressure was back on Pakistan. He was eventually run out for 60 in the last over as India set up a challenging total for Pakistan. Sports Bureau, India Today.
Oh, so that's how the Indian innings panned out. And if Virat Kohli was a star with the bat, I've got the star in the stadium in terms of the attire that he's wearing. I love your... Just turn around, just turn around. I want to see this pagadi that he's wearing. And it's very long, lengthy, almost going till his knees. आप तो बड़े जबरदस्त लग रहे हैं
सर। कह लीजिए मेरे को इंस्पिरेशन हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री मोदी जी से मिला, जब वो लाल किले के प्राचीर से जब वो तिरंगा फहराते हैं, तो मैंने 2018 एशिया कप, 2022 एशिया कप पहला मैच, दूसरा मैच और कह लीजिए सर फाइनल में, और अगर सब कुछ ठीक ठाक रहा तो अगले साल जो एशिया कप होगा तो वहां पे मैं इस तिरंगे को लहराऊंगा सर।
वेरी गुड। अच्छा, वाह, जोधपुर से आपने मंगाई है स्पेशली यहाँ, आप रहते हैं यहाँ हो?
सर ये स्टेडियम में कहीं नहीं मिलेगी किसी को।
ओके, सो ही हैज गॉट दिस स्पेशली फ्रॉम जोधपुर, लुकिंग वेरी वेरी गुड। द इनिंग्स हैज स्टार्टेड, बट व्हाट डिड यू मेक ऑफ द इनिंग्स सो फार?
सर बेसिकली मैं चाहता था कि पाकिस्तान 180 बना है, लेकिन हिंदुस्तान ने बनाया, तो मेरे को सबसे ज्यादा उम्मीदें अपने अर्शदीप और यूजी चहल से कि आज उनके पास बहुत बड़ा मौका है, और हार्दिक पांड्या भी एक एंकर का रोल प्ले करेंगे, लेकिन ये है कि अब चांसेस है इंडिया जीत सकता है। And we can make it to finals.
Okay, thank you very much. The best dressed man in the house. Of course, we'll hear from the fans at the end of the game as well. Sunny bhai, you're still with us. I'll get in a word from you. The innings has started, and the Indian bowlers would be out very soon. The fact that, Sunny bhai, today both the Pakistan spinners were the standout bowlers. There was much talk about Naseem Shah, but he went for plenty of runs. Just the fact that the Pakistani spinners bowled really well, that should be heartening for the Indian team, because India has gone in with 3 spinners.
Odd ball to turn. So that should certainly suit both Chahal as well as Ravi Bishnoi. And what a lovely 2-ball innings that the young man Ravi Bishnoi played. 8 runs, valuable runs he added towards the end. So I do believe that the spinners who didn't take a wicket in the previous game might be the ones to watch out for in this game.
Should there be any worry, Saibhai, with the fact that, yes, as you said, that the spinners might, turn out to be the trump card for India. But do you think there should be any worry because there is one less fast bowler, death bowling, which has been a bit of a concern right now? Now you're left with one less option to bowl in the death. Or do you risk of, using a spinner in the death, maybe someone like Yuzi Chahal or even a Bishnoi?
No, I don't think so. I don't think, look, Avesh was a bit expensive in that game. So if he had been taking wickets, if he had taken 3 wickets for not too many,
yes,
then you could say, yeah, you missed a fast bowler. I don't think you're going to really miss Avesh Khan. I think what we've got at the moment, these spinners, they're very, very crafty. We've seen them in the IPL. So I do believe that, the attack that India has should be able to defend 181.
Pakistan have got off to a roaring start. They got 4 of the very first ball that Bhuvaneshwar Kumar bowled. Saibhai, final word from you. Just looking at this game, who do you think are the crucial batsmen for Pakistan that if India get them out early, the game could be in their grasp?
Obviously, both Babar and Rizwan, they are the ones who Pakistan will be hoping will get them off to the kind of start that Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul gave India today. But the man to watch out for me is going to be Asif Ali, because he's the kind of batsman who can bang the ball around in the last few overs and take Pakistan home.
All right, Saibhai, we'll leave it at that. Thanks so much for joining us live on India today. The Pakistan innings has started. They've started on a good note. They got a 4, as I mentioned, on the very first delivery, but they would need to hit plenty of 4s if they have to go past that big total that India had set at 181. It should be an exciting contest. I'm going to head back into the stadium, enjoy that. You enjoy it wherever you're watching, but don't forget to tune in to India today right after that last ball is bowled, because we'll be live with our analysis, with fan reactions, with everything that you want. See you then. Bye-bye. Nikhil Nas signing off.